이걸 지금 먹으라고. 한국의 하와이라 불리는 울릉도 여행 중 외국인 커플들에게 벌어진 사건. 도대체 그들에게 무슨 일이 있었던 걸까요? 오늘은 한 외국인 여행 유튜버 커플의 시선을 따라 우리도 잘 모르는 신비의 섬 울릉도를 새롭게 들여다보는 시간을 마련했습니다. 동해 한가운데 우뚝 솟은 화산섬 울릉도는 요즘 외국인 관광객들 사이에서 한국의 하와이라는 별명으로 입소문을 타고 있는 곳이죠. 안타까운 소식도 하나 있습니다. 경상북도 자료에 따르면 울릉도 관광객은 2022년 46만 명을 정점으로 2023년 40만 명, 2024년 38만 명, 그리고 지난해 2025년에는 34만 7천 명까지 줄어들었습니다. 이른바 비계 삼겹살 사태와 바가지요금 논란이 발목을 잡았다는 분석인데요. 그런데 이번에 우리가 만나볼 외국인 부부는 그 울릉도를 두고 한국에서 가장 사랑하는 곳이라고 극찬했습니다. 과연 그들이 본 울릉도는 어떤 모습일까요? 함께 보시죠.
Hey everyone, once again here from incredible South Korea. Right now we're in a city called Pohang. We just arrived here from Busan. And we're here because we're going to be visiting an island called Ulleungdo. It's not very popular with foreign tourists. I don't think that many people visit there, but it looks absolutely incredible from the pictures that we've seen. It's a volcanic island.
바로 이겁니다. 이 커플의 말처럼 울릉도는 외국인들에게 아직 발견되지 않은 보석으로 통합니다. 그래서 더더욱 감동이 크다고 하죠. 울릉도로 가는 가장 보편적인 방법은 포항에서 출발하는 여객선입니다. 이 커플은 야간 페리를 선택했는데 출발 전 한 가지 곤란한 일을 겪었죠.
And we couldn't find any locker around here. In other places, like in big cities like Busan and Seoul, we were able to find many lockers normally around the metro stations, but not here. So we asked around and people said that there isn't a locker.
Yeah, so I think we're just going to head to the ferry terminal already. About 15 minutes that way.
지방 소도시에 외국인 관광객을 위한 짐 보관 시설이 부족하다는 점, 우리가 한 번쯤 짚고 넘어가야 할 대목입니다. 그런데 페리에 오르자마자 커플은 깜짝 놀랐습니다. 일반 여객선 수준이 아니었던 거죠.
It was really nice. One of the workers here just bought us some food from the vending machine there, and he also got us this drink, another one too.
Yeah, first he brought the 2 drinks and like an hour later he gave us some coffee, free coffee, and then we needed help with the machine here and he actually just bought the food for us and he wouldn't accept the money, which was really nice of him. He was a really nice and cute man.
So we've checked into our room. The ferry is massive. It's almost like a mini cruise ship from the outside. Easily the biggest ferry that we've ever been on, and this is our room. So yeah, a little like sofa there, see in here, the bathroom, shower all together, and then as I mentioned before, there's 4 beds. We might be sharing it with 2 other people, just not sure, but you got your privacy here, the curtains, even got a TV. And it's funny that they continue to give us free things. So even the cleaner lady brought us some like little chocolate cakes, and then the same guy brought us water again. So I'm not sure why they kept giving us all this free food and drink.
한 가지 반가운 소식 전해드립니다. 지난 4월 10일 시속 95km, 세계에서 가장 빠른 카페리로 알려진 엘도라도 익스프레스호가 본격 운항을 재개했습니다. 포항에서 울릉까지 단 2시간 50분이면 도착하는 쾌속 여객선이죠. 시간을 아끼고 싶으신 분들께는 이 새 노선이 안성맞춤이라고 할 수 있습니다.
So we're at the dining area. I have to speak loud because there's some live music. It's like a little disco in here. We got some boneless chicken, 25,000 overall. Yeah, I didn't know we'd have a live performance. It is like being on a cruise, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's really cool. I wasn't expecting to be like this.
Not a normal ferry trip. So it is the next day now. We arrived around 6 a.m. and we didn't sleep much, so we were completely dead. We ended up just resting for the entire day, and we're on the rooftop of the hotel that we're staying at. You can already see how beautiful it is with the mountains and hills on both sides. This one's even bigger. And it was really fun, wasn't it? We ended up making friends on the ferry.
Yeah, so we were not expecting to get that crazy with all the the older Koreans dancing, and they were drinking a lot and dancing. And
80s music.
yeah, it was really fun. And then we met 3 Korean guys that were like our age, so we were talking and drinking with them. And yeah, but we had to go to sleep. I mean, we didn't sleep really well, but we had like 2 or 3 hours of sleep. But it was really fun.
어르신들의 흥겨운 모습. 외국인의 눈에 비친 한국 어르신들의 정겨운 풍경 참 정겹지 않습니까? 본격적인 여행 첫째 날, 이 커플이 향한 곳은 도동에서 저동까지 이어지는 행남해안 산책로였습니다. 그 전에 한국에서만 볼 수 있는 색다른 주문 방식부터 경험했죠.
Majority of the places in South Korea you can just order from these screens. Many of them you can translate to English.
Not this one.
Yeah, not this one though. But since we came here yesterday, I think that was the decaf, right? The one with no image.
Yeah, I think so.
We have Google Translate to make sure.
Yeah.
Decaf.
키오스크 주문 문화, 외국인들에게는 신선한 한국의 모습이죠. 이제 본격적인 산책이 시작됩니다.
So before we start the little hike, we've just come to this spot for the views. Look at that. That's a perfect shot of the town. You can see other peaks in the back now. Really high ones. I always love visiting volcanic islands. That's one of the reasons that we wanted to come here. All the fishing boats down there. Such a nice coastal walk. I really like the colourful bridges. There's also these little caves everywhere. And what surprises is the parts with the nice turquoise water. I thought it was all gonna be just a dark shade of blue.
Yeah, but I guess we are lucky with the sea conditions today because the ocean is so still. But from what I read, many reviews, people said that it can get very, very strong, the waves crashing, and sometimes even this trail closes because of that. So I guess we're lucky.
Here also has the nickname the Hawaii of South Korea because of the volcanic landscapes. That music.
Yeah, there's some sort of sound system here. It's playing Let It Be by Beatles.
So this is one of the things that's amazed us the most about South Korea, just how good it is for nature and hiking. So even the capital of Seoul is surrounded by mountains and places that you can hike. I think the entire country is like that.
울릉도가 왜 한국의 하와이로 불리는지 외국인의 입을 통해 직접 듣게 되는 순간입니다. 그런데 산책로 중간에서 예상치 못한 상황이 벌어집니다.
No way, it is closed. Bad luck. No. But the good news is there is another trail that goes inland to get there. There's trail 1 and trail 2, so trail 2 is just up there. Not so bad. Would have sucked if we had to go all the way back.
Yeah, I know.
And this trail 2 is way higher. We had to climb up another one of the mountains. I think we're at the top now. So we want to go all the way down there. So I think the trek that we're doing now goes, yeah, like inland, and then we come out at the bottom somewhere. Nice, definitely getting some great mountainous scenery from this trail though. Even better shot from here. Wow, what an island. Amazing. Alright, we have finally arrived. I'm not exactly sure what this town is called. All these buildings seem to be brand new. Not sure if they're places that you can stay, like Airbnbs. Looks new though. I think that's a hotel. So I think that this is the main town on the island, because we saw there was a building there that was like a courthouse, things like that. There's also way bigger buildings, apartment blocks, compared to the town that we're staying in.
바로 저동마을입니다. 울릉도의 또 다른 중심지로 도동과는 또 다른 매력을 가진 곳이죠. 커플은 여기서 거대한 자연의 신비도 발견합니다.
Wow, look at the size of this cave. That's the biggest one so far. Goes into like a room, doesn't it?
Yeah, really nice cave.
Sounds like the waves are picking up now on this side.
그리고 한국 여행의 진수, 편의점 식사도 빼놓을 수 없죠.
Change of plan, we didn't go to a restaurant, we went to one of the convenience stores. They have lots that are kind of like 7-Eleven here. There's one called G25 and the one that we went to is called Nice to See You in English. So they have all the microwave food there. I got these 2 sausages. This is a beef and rice soup. Looks nice, smell nice. What did you get?
Salad and burrito, cheese burrito.
Cheese burritos. And Carol got this lemon tea, which was buy one get one free. And I got these decaf coffees. I got 2 and it was 1 for free extra. And all this overall was 25,000 won.
한국 편의점, 외국인들 사이에서는 관광 명소 수준으로 평가받고 있습니다. 식사를 마친 커플은 케이블카가 있는 사찰로 향합니다.
Got an extremely beautiful temple. Probably one of the nicest ones that we've seen in South Korea so far. With all the forest behind. Yeah, every single Buddhist temple that we've seen in South Korea so far has been this similar style. Always the reds, yellows, greens. It did. So it was 7,500 per person. We got in right as it was closing, I think on the last cable car. So this is known as the Ulleungdo viewpoint, the island that we mentioned. Can you see them?
No, but it's really beautiful with the clouds going up the mountain.
Yeah, really cool. That's actually where we were walking before. You can see the lighthouse at the end. Too many clouds to see the Ulleungdo islands though.
독도, 커플의 입에서 자연스럽게 흘러나오는 이 2 글자, 가슴이 뜨거워지지 않습니까? 본격적인 둘째 날, 커플은 렌터카로 섬 일주에 나섭니다. 그런데 차를 빌린 곳이 좀 특별했죠.
So we didn't even rent it from one of the companies. We rented it from the local pastor in our village at the church. First time and probably the last time that we're gonna rent a car from a pastor, I think. So when we arrived from the ferry, he had a minivan picking people up, and we got driven to our town by him. And he also mentioned that we could rent a car from him. He's a pastor with many side hustles.
Yeah.
So we just paid for the entrance. It's 2,000 per person, so not much. We're both feeling our legs from the hike yesterday. They're pretty sore still. Alright, we have made it. So it was about 20 minutes. Yeah, beautiful waterfall. Bigger than I was expecting. So that's the name of this one. Bongre. Waterfall is composed of 3 steps.
참담폭포 복례폭포는 울릉도 주민들의 생활용수의 원천이기도 합니다. 다음 행선지는 갈매기들의 천국 관음도였습니다.
This is by far the most seagulls that I've ever seen in my life. The seagull party. We've been to quite a lot of places with seagulls too, but nowhere near this amount. Wow, look down there.
I actually got peed on by the seagulls.
Where?
I think in my hair.
Oh, nice.
When I have to wash it straight away when I get home.
Natural hair product. There's lots of little view decks on top of this island. It's like a circuit, a circle. Wow. Been saying that all the time, every day. Wow. Amazing. If there's ever a place that should have a statue of a seagull, it's this region right now. Got a good shot of that island over there. Ulleungdo, that one's called. Yes, you can do boat tours around all these places, around the cliffs. Lots of options. Even though it's a small island, it actually seems like you could spend over a week here.
관음도는 울릉도의 작은 섬으로 불리는 곳으로 연도교를 건너 들어갈 수 있는데요. 입장료는 1인당 4,000원입니다. 이번엔 울릉도의 유일한 평지, 나리분지로 향합니다.
Now we've driven inland, pretty steep road, very windy one. Luckily the car's very powerful. And we've come to a place called the Nari Basin, which is the caldera of the volcano. And online it says that this is the only real flat land on the entire island. So you can see, I think they're planting different things here. I think there's also a reconstruction of an old village somewhere. I can't see it from here with the thatched roofs. Back to the coast once again. There's a town down there called Chonbu, or Chonbu, however you say it. We went there to have lunch. We wanted to eat at a proper restaurant, but everything was closed. So we had to go for the microwave food once again. And we're heading to another viewpoint that's up here. I think we're almost there now. Once again, a billion stairs. Oh, nice. Already got a great shot here. So that's a peak that we've never seen before. A really cool one. Tiny little town. This one looks very different. It's like a spaceship. So it's part of a longer trail. 3.3 kilometers if you were to continue on. I guess that's what we just did. 1.2. We'll be going back down the same way. I don't think you have to pay for this one. Got a kind of art exhibition going on here. So it's kind of similar to the view that I showed before, just from a higher perspective. From here you can see the mountains better. So the basin was up there somewhere, just like 5 or 6 minutes. Very close.
그런데 커플이 처음 울릉도를 알게 된 사연도 흥미롭습니다.
So the first image I ever saw of this island was from this angle. So if you're wondering how I found this place, it was just clicking around on Google Maps. I was looking at what islands South Korea had, and then I saw this one way out. I didn't even know if it belonged to South Korea or not. Clicked on it.
구글 지도에서 우연히 발견한 작은 섬이 인생 여행지가 된 셈이죠. 부부는 이어서 송곳봉 사찰을 방문합니다.
Come to our second temple of the video now, called Songbulsa. So the first one was an amazing setting for a temple. This one might be even better. That's the peak that we could just see from the viewpoint. The giant Buddha statue. So we saw a picture back there showing that it's lit up at night. So it looks pretty cool also. Never get tired of visiting temples around Asia. We're at our last stop of the day. So we've been on cable cars, but now we're going on the monorail. You can see it goes up there. Looks like a roller coaster. And so we're here. I think it only goes up to this part. And then I guess you can trek around if you want.
Yeah, I think you can go there, go to this viewpoint just by walking. You don't have to pay for the monorail.
But we're lazy. It was 4,000 per person to come up here. Came really high. I didn't realize we were coming to this height. So I think this is as far as we're going at this point. So that's the coast that we just drove down now. That was the peak back there with the temple. Getting all the angles. Water looks amazing down there once again. Another seagull favorite place.
이제 떠나야 할 시간. 부부는 호텔에서 체크아웃을 하면서 한국의 전통 침대도 경험했죠.
So we're checking out of our hotel now. It's called With You, and this room is $58 a night. So it's just a small room, but a great location as you saw before. The beds Kind of strange though. So there's a lot of hotels in Korea that have this kind of bed. I think it's a traditional kind, Korean traditional kind, but as you can see, there's not really much of a mattress, so it's not comfortable. This isn't very thick, so yeah, it was a bit uncomfortable to sleep. I think if you sleep on your back, it would be okay, but I usually sleep on my side, so it kind of just felt like I was sleeping on the hard floor.
한국식 좌식 매트리스. 외국인에게는 다소 낯설 수 있는 부분이죠. 그런데 마지막 순간 커플에게 또 한 번의 감동이 찾아옵니다.
And an important thing to mention that happened to us is that our cards are not working at the ATMs here, and we're running out of money. So we have an American card and a European card, MasterCard and Visa, and neither of them worked at any ATM here. We went to like 3 or 4 different ones. We didn't have any issues in the other places that we visited in South Korea, but yeah, over here it wasn't working at all. So we ended up going to the tourist information center, and the guy there helped us out. So basically he took us to a store nearby where the store just charged us like 130,000 won, and then they just gave us cash. So it was kind of like a exchange. I think they've had that situation before. And when we were at the store, the guy from the tourist place, he actually bought us some things like souvenirs. So this kind of thing didn't happen anywhere else that we visited in South Korea, the touristic destinations. But here they just seem happy that we came here. They were also asking us like where we're from all the time. Even some of the other Koreans that are visiting the island would stop and ask us which country we're from. That never really happened in any other place that we visited. So hopefully you enjoyed the video as much as we enjoyed exploring here. As we said, I think it is the best place that we visited so far in the country. Just magnificent. And right now we're about to head to a place called Sokcho up north, which I also think tourists don't go so much, foreign tourists. There's an amazing national park there, also beaches, so looking forward to that.
외국인의 입에서 한국에서 가장 사랑스러운 곳이라는 말이 나오는 울릉도. 하지만 우리 현실은 어떻습니까? 지난해 울릉도 관광객은 34만 7천 명으로 3년 연속 감소세를 기록했고 비계 삼겹살, 바가지요금 같은 부정적 이미지가 발목을 잡고 있는 상황입니다. 다행히 올해 12월 겨울철 여객선 운임 50% 지원 사업으로 관광객이 27.8%나 늘어나는 효과를 보았는데요. 또 4월 10일부터는 세계에서 가장 빠른 페리, 엘도라도 익스프레스호가 운항을 재개해 포항에서 울릉도까지 단 2시간 50분이면 도착할 수 있게 됐습니다. 외국인 커플이 발견한 울릉도의 진짜 가치, 그것은 화려한 시설이 아니라 따뜻한 사람들의 정이었습니다. 우리가 무심히 지나쳤던 그 보석 같은 울릉도, 올 봄에는 한 번쯤 직접 찾아가 그 매력을 느껴보시는 건 어떨까요? 오늘도 생생반응을 시청해주셔서 감사합니다. 마음에 드셨다면 구독과 좋아요로 응원 부탁드립니다. 그럼 다음 영상에서 뵙겠습니다. 항상 건강하세요. 사랑합니다.